In today's video, I'm going to share 8 common mistakes Kenyans in the diaspora make while buying land in Kenya. What I've realized is most Kenyans in the diaspora are normally even targeted by fraudulent real estate companies or just fraudulent individuals looking to con people, because they take advantage of the fact of the distance first, because they know you're not in the country. So I have a lot of clients who have actually been conned. A lot of Kenyans in the diaspora have clients who have been conned in the process of buying land in Kenya. And today I'm just going to share common mistakes that Kenyans in the diasporans make. Mistake number 1, purchasing land without a title deed. The number of people who purchase land without a title is normally so alarming. You know, there's no way you can purchase land either without a title deed or even without seeing the title. That's a very bad mistake, because remember, even how do you know that land actually exists? That's a very common mistake that Kenyans in the diaspora make. Please never purchase land that doesn't have a title. It doesn't matter how good the reason is. Remember, under the law, under the Land Registration Act, the only way you are known to be an owner of a certain parcel of land in Kenya is through a title. So if you're purchasing land without a title, like, even if someone tells you this person has lived there for how many, it doesn't matter how many years. The thing is, this person doesn't have a title. So what if, and remember, this person can't process a title. So that means even though they have a very good reason, what if they don't get that title and you're paying money for it? So avoid purchasing land without a title deed. The second common mistake people make is failing to do a search. So there are some, the land will have a title, but they don't do a search on the property. So you fail to do a search to confirm actually this person owns that land, or do a search to at least confirm that land doesn't have an encumbrance or any issue. So these are another common mistake I've noticed. And of course it makes sense, especially when you don't have someone to help you do that. So you find many people, they go ahead to just purchase land without actually doing a search. So as long as the person has sent them a title deed, that's enough, they proceed. So that's another common mistake that Kenyans in the diaspora make. The third common mistake that Kenyans in the diaspora make is failing to have a well-executed sale agreement. This is a very common mistake, which of course makes sense. You're not in Kenya, so you can't be present to do the sale agreement. So you find someone is making payment and there's no well-executed sale agreement. I normally tell people the sale agreement is not that protects you, that you confirm even you've purchased that land. And apart from that, after you have a well-executed sale agreement and any issue arises, that document helps you now to ensure you can even place a caution on that land. Remember, if you are purchasing land and you don't have a sale agreement to show you're purchasing that land, a well-executed sale agreement, and then maybe you hear someone wants to sell that land to another third party, if you try to go and place caution on that land, the land registrar is not going to place that caution, or even court will not help you, because how are you claiming that land? Who are you claiming as? Because if you have a sale agreement, you're claiming as the potential buyer, you're a buyer of that land, and at least you have a right. And even sometimes, I normally say the sale agreement, court, and in case things go left, you can get your money back. But now court cannot, it becomes difficult when you go to court. Even, I normally tell people, if you see non-land cases, land matters, where someone is saying, I bought this land, this person any issue with land, court will ask, the first question court will answer is whether the sale agreement is well executed. Another common mistake that Kenyans in the diaspora make is failing to do a physical visit of the land they intend to buy. Yeah, it's understandable. You may not be flying, and of course it's expensive to fly back wherever you are. It can be very expensive just to come and see the land. But I'm going to tell people, use professionals. Like for us, those are some of the services we offer to our clients. If you can, or even if possible, use a family member. But I know my type of family member is not a professional. So use professionals like lawyers, use professionals like surveyors to assist you in all these processes of doing a land visit. But even land visit, the best professional you can use is a surveyor. You get a licensed surveyor. The reason I'm saying you can get lawyers is because as a lawyer, for me, when I'm representing my clients, and I represent a lot of clients who buy land from Kenya in the diaspora, who are in the diaspora. And what I do is I engage a surveyor. I link them up with a surveyor who I know is licensed. Because even me as a lawyer, I'm not an expert. Like, at least a surveyor will go and make sure the beacons and everything matches, what's on the title matches what's on the ground. So it's very important. Never purchase land that you have not visited. What if that property is already has structures someone has built there. That you have to go and make sure the property is vacant, apart from the issue of boundaries. So the other common mistake that Kenyans in the diaspora make is normally failing to use licensed professionals. This is a common mistake. I normally say most people, you find they trust either brokers who don't have license, they trust maybe family members who end up not being trustworthy. I normally advise people, you make sure you use licensed professionals. Even if you are engaging a lawyer, let's say even if you're engaging me, make sure you ask for my license. Ask me, send me your license first, even before we move forward, and then you search. The good thing nowadays, you can do searches. Like for lawyers, I know if you want to search whether I'm a licensed practitioner, you can check under LSK, Law Society of Kenya. So make sure that you're using licensed professionals. Surveyor, if you're using a surveyor, ask for their license and verify. So just make sure even it doesn't matter, because those are things you can do. You don't have to be in Kenya to do them. So make sure you get licensed professionals. Another common mistake that Kenyans in the diaspora make while buying land is failing to do a search on the real estate company. Remember, most people have noticed their con, especially, of course, there are people who are con from buying from individuals, but the common is real estate companies. There are many real estate companies that just do, even I normally say, start with a Google search. Do a Google search. There are some companies, but they're very notorious. And the good thing, just do a Google search, do a social media search. Like go do a search on Google, do a search on Facebook, do a search on Instagram, do a search on TikTok, especially if they have pages there. And go and see reviews on Google on those pages. Look at reviews from people. Some companies are very notorious already. Many Kenyans already know about them, but now they come now to the Kenyans in the diaspora, and most of them, they have the money, so they come. I normally see, even there was one I was seeing, they even travel to maybe the US, Canada. They even do those travel going now to market to Kenyans in the diaspora, and they are very notorious for being fraudulent. So make sure you do the search on the real estate company. And by the search, apart from doing the CR12 official search, make sure you also do a search on even social media. It can save you a lot. And another thing I normally say, the search also helps you to know who the directors are. Remember, for the sale agreement to be valid, it has to be signed by the directors, or at least one director of the company. No one else. So that's why even the search is mandatory, even apart from even just making sure, even if let's say that company, your friend bought from it, you're sure they are genuine, you have to do a search at least to confirm. Directors change. Just make sure to know the person you'll be dealing with. The other common mistake that many Kenyans in the diaspora make is assuming payment equates to ownership of land. I've seen most of my clients, the cases that we have in our offices, the cases we have in court that we are now, of course, trying to, defend people who have been conned, especially for Kenyans in the diaspora. The common thing I see is people assume payment equals ownership. So you find someone, because they have paid for land, they don't even bother transferring the land. So you find someone has just paid for land, they have not gone ahead to do the transfer of the land. So you have evidence of payment. Like your evidence is just the payment, nothing else. Remember, even I mentioned people, even let's say if this person was genuine, God forbid this person passes on, what happens? Of course, now you have to, it becomes hard. Like, it complicates a lot of things. So remember, payment does not equate to ownership. Thank you very much. I hope these common mistakes will be helpful to Kenyans in the diaspora. Because, it's really sad, because I know of some people who, even now, someone was telling me, I was having a webinar with Kenyans in Ontario, and someone was telling me that most people are now scared of buying land. They have now gone to stocks. But, you can still invest in land, but just make sure you follow the right steps. So at Truth Genuine Company Advocates, we offer even consult. If you want maybe to consult, because sometimes you just want, that can be even a starting step, a stepping stone. Like, even if maybe you're looking to buy land, do a consult. We normally do consultations. If you're interested, I'll share my email here on the screen. You can reach out to us, and also we can assist if you want to buy land and maybe you don't have a person you trust who you can work with. We can work with you from the beginning. We ensure from the beginning until, and I've had a lot of clients who I've worked with from the beginning until they have gotten their titles. Some even, surprisingly, I've worked with clients even that I've never met. that they reach out through social media, or maybe they reach out through email. We do the transaction. If signing for me sale agreements, I don't, because you know there's an option where you can say maybe someone signs for you through a specific power, but me, I normally, yeah, it will cost money, but you know it's better safe than sorry. So we normally do the DHL way. And to simplify what I do, you're the one who will send you a soft copy for you on your end. So the only cost we'll have is from your end. Because when it's always, especially if you're buying, because normally, of course, the buyer is the one who signs first before the seller. So what I'll do is I'll send you a soft copy. Then for you, you'll print on your end and send it through DHL or any other means, just to make sure, and you sign, of course, before a notary to make sure that document is valid. So if you're interested in our services, maybe you want a consultation, you want us to guide you through the process, or maybe to represent you through the process, because we also link you up with the other professionals that you work together. You can just reach out here on this. I'll reach out through the email here on the screen. Thank you.